Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. What we learned as Steph's return sparks Dub's crucial win versus Lakers. Stephen Curry scored 31 points in his first game back from an ankle injury, Klay Thompson poured in 26 off the bench and the Warriors picked up a much-needed and pivotal 128-121 win over the Los Angeles Lakers on Saturday at Crypto.com Arena. Golden State's 10th victory in its last 12 road games moved the Warriors, 35-31, percentage points ahead of the Lakers, 36-32, for the number 9 seed in the Western Conference playoff race. Curry had missed Golden State's previous 3 games with a right ankle injury but was cleared after practicing in Southern California on Friday. He came out slow and was held scoreless in the first quarter before finding his rhythm. 2 days after his 36th birthday, the two-time NBA MVP shot 12 of 24 and made 3 three-pointers. Jonathan Kuminga continued his emergence as one of the Warriors' top-scoring threats with 23 points. It's the 6th consecutive game and the 44th time in his last 46 games that Kuminga has reached double figures. Draymond Green, also back in the starting lineup, had his 6th double-double of the 2023-24 NBA season with 12 rebounds and tied his season high of 13 assists. Andrew Wiggins added 16 points and 6 rebounds to help the Warriors to their first road win against the Lakers since October 10, 2021. The Lakers appeared to get within 124-120 on a three-pointer by LeBron James with 2:07 remaining. Replays on television appeared to show that James' left heel was out of bounds, and after a lengthy replay review, the call was overturned. There was another long replay review moments later when Green appeared to throw a ball off Austin Reeves that went out of bounds. Referees ruled in the Lakers' favor and awarded them the ball with 1:48 left. A malfunctioning shot clock delayed the end of the game even more, drawing boos from the crowd and raising eyebrows among the players. Golden State had to overcome its own defensive struggles to win. The Lakers got a ton of open looks and shot 60% in the first quarter, making 8 three-pointers in the first half alone. The Warriors overcame all of that along with another stellar game from James, who scored 40 points, 8 rebounds and 9 assists. Golden State trailed for much of the first half before flipping the script in the third quarter, outscoring Los Angeles 35-28. Curry led the charge with 13 of his points during that stretch. Here are the takeaways from Saturday's game. Back to coming off the bench now that the team is back to full strength, Thompson was nothing short of spectacular in the first half. He hit shots that were off balance, contested or wide open. Nothing that the Lakers tried to slow him down worked. Coming off a rough showing against the Dallas Mavericks when he missed 10 of 13 shots, Thompson came out cooking against the Lakers and was the biggest reason Golden State's offense was so smooth. Thompson looked very much like the perimeter sniper he's been throughout his NBA career. He nailed 4 threes in the first half when he poured in 21 of his points. However far the Warriors get this season, Thompson deserves a lot of the credit. The 5-time All-Star wasn't happy about being removed from the starting lineup but didn't make much of a fuss or gripe about it. If a future Hall of Famer can do that as smoothly as Thompson has, no one else on this team has any reason to complain about their own minutes. Kuminga didn't do much attacking in the first half, but he didn't need to. That's because he had a smooth shooting touch from mid-range and behind the arc. JK scored 17 points in the first half and only made 1 attempt to drive hard toward the rack. With a jumper that was nice and smooth, Kuminga nailed 5 of his first 7 shots, including a pair of three-pointers, and had 17 points in the first half. With Anthony Davis missing most of the second quarter and all of the second half dealing with an eye injury, Kuminga showed how dominant he can be inside with a pair of alley-oop dunks off feeds from Green late in the second quarter. Make no mistake, getting Green back was just as key for the Warriors as was Curry coming back. Green faced a tough task trying to contain Davis because of the obvious size differential, and held his own in the matchup before Davis left the game in the first half. Green does so much more for the Warriors than just quarterback the defense. He didn't do much shooting, 3 of 6, but kept the offense moving by moving the ball around and grabbing key rebounds. Like Curry, Green's mere presence alone has a calming influence on his teammates. Golden State absolutely needs him healthy for this stretch run, so expect Steve Kerr to monitor his minutes closely to keep him fresh. Green played more than 34 minutes against the Lakers. Lakers Anthony Davis questionable versus Hawks with eye injury. Anthony Davis, who had an early exit from the Lakers' 128-121 Saturday loss to the Golden State Warriors at Crypto.com Arena because of an eye contusion, is questionable for Monday's home game versus the Atlanta Hawks because of a left corneal abrasion, per the team. Davis went back to the Lakers' locker room in between the first and second quarters after getting hit in the eye by Tracy Jackson Davis on a layup with 2:47 left in the first. The all-star big man didn't get back on defense on the ensuing Warriors possession. Davis stayed in the game until the final 3 seconds of the quarter, subbing out alongside Jackson Hayes as part of an offensive-defensive substitution at the end of the quarter before heading back to the locker room in between quarters. He was officially ruled out early in the third quarter, finishing with 8 points, 4 rebounds and 2 assists in 12 first-quarter minutes. Davis's exit from Saturday's game was immediately felt. The Lakers had a 36-30 lead going into the second before getting outscored 37-30 during a quarter Davis didn't play at all, leading to a 67-66 deficit at halftime. Golden State got into the paint with ease once Davis was no longer on the floor. "When you lose AD, it just hurts the balance of our team," LeBron James said. "Our coaching staff has been pretty good with having a certain rotation and how we work in our rotations, so now that changes a lot of things. Golden State, you tip your hat to them. They played exceptionally well. It's just tough when you have a big component to the puzzle and then you don't have it." The Warriors scored just 4 points in the paint in the 12 first-quarter minutes that Davis played. They scored 58 in the final 3 quarters off direct drives to the basket or passes into the paint against the Lakers' smaller lineups. Coach Darvin Ham said that Davis wasn't able to see out of his left eye after getting hit and suffered from blurred vision. "The doctors were working on him from the time he left the floor and went back to the training room through halftime," Ham said. "So the biggest thing is just making sure he's okay, and we'll get an update on him pretty soon." LeBron James calls out the refs after loss to the Warriors. The end of Saturday's contest between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors was rather chaotic. One of the many talking points to come out of it was the referees going back to take away a LeBron James three-pointer while reviewing an out-of-bounds challenge that the Lakers had called 17 seconds later. James was not too pleased with the referees over that. "I've never seen that be called before like that, in that particular time," James said. "That was kind of weird." It was an incredible shot from James to seemingly cut the Warriors' lead down to 124-120 with just over 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. If you missed it, you can check it out below. The referees, however, deemed that he had stepped out of bounds, but some disagreed with their decision. Whatever the case, those 3 points were taken away and the Lakers never really managed to get close after that. They would end up losing 128-121 to fall to 36-32 on the season. LeBron had 40 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block on the night, but with Anthony Davis exiting the game due to an eye injury, it wasn't enough to get the win. Davis's status for Monday's game against the Atlanta Hawks is up in the air. This result also meant the Warriors overtook the Lakers in the standings and now have a 2-1 edge in the season series. Having the tiebreaker might well be crucial come the end of the season, with just how close these two are in the table. The last regular season meeting between the Lakers and the Warriors is on April 9, and it might well decide who finishes higher. Opposing head coaches often have little sympathy in these situations, but Warriors head coach Steve Kerr wasn't too happy with the officials either. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation, LeBron James? Leave your opinion in the comments.